welcome back to another great evening here at the Great Park Ice. I am Colin Costigan, joined alongside Peter Gibbs today. And Peter, this is certainly a treat we have on store for us tonight.
Should be a fun one tonight, Colin. You know, these two teams last year faced off twice at Anaheim Ice, which is typically where the Trojans will play their home games. Titans will play a few home matches over there as well, but last year a home and home on both their home rinks. So tonight, now, for the first time in a couple years, the Trojans head to Great Park, where the Titans were just here last Saturday against the alumni. And so it should be a very interesting matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, most definitely. And you talk about some of those matchups. Last year, they did split their pair of games, with the Trojans dominating the Titans back on September 13th of 2024, winning that one 12-2. Then the Titans came back the very next day on the 14th and beat them 9-5. So we're going to see another two pairs right here, so we'll see how the Titans do today here, Peter.
It's going to be just like last year as well with the split goalie setup. So tonight for Coach Eric Bampenchow, he's going to rock with Connor Acevedo in net, and then tomorrow it should be Kat Reyes who's expected to start for the Titans. As for the Trojans, last year we did see them roll with Heath Chansey in net, and so he's going to go again here tonight for USC.
Yeah, speaking on the other side for Cal State Fullerton, going to be Acevedo going to be doing the duties tonight as the netminder for the Titans. So going to be getting a full shot. You know, we saw in that alumni game, obviously with Coach Bass just trying to sort of play it around, but Kat Reyes playing that last game at Northridge. So now we're going to see how Connor does here tonight.
Yeah, well, Kat Reyes last time out, she gave up those 5 goals, but it wasn't necessarily 5 goals that are ones that you should make. Like, they were tough goals that just Northridge put past her. And so tonight it is Acevedo, like you mentioned. Kat gets the start tomorrow, and I think for Coach Bamps, like, he's got a very solid two-headed monster in net and 2 veteran goalies, both played last year. I'm excited to see how Acevedo starts tonight at home ice, and then tomorrow Reyes at Anaheim Ice for the away game.
Most definitely. And, you know, looking ahead at the lineups, a little bit different so far for USC. A lot of different players here, Peter.
Definitely. Last year they were carried by a couple of players that are now assistant coaches for the Trojans. Their head coach is Jerry Toy, who was there last year with USC. But you had Tyler Levine as well as Miles Salzberger. They were both 2 key contributors. Levine leading in almost every statistical category. And so this year they're now behind the bench rather than on the ice. And it's a big loss for the Trojan squad.
Yeah, you talk about Levine, so dominant in just the 16 games last year, Peter. He led the team, obviously, in goals with 25, assists with 20, and then he led the team with 45 points. But he was second in their conference last year in goals also with the 25, and he was first in the entire conference in points per game at 2.81. So now he's going to be doing the assistant coaching duty side. It's certainly a big loss for them.
And then the other thing that I'm really curious about now that they've lost 2 of their top point getters is how will the Trojan Stars kind of take over that gap that is needed to be filled from last year's squad. And so for this year, it really starts with Artashis Artunyan, who is one of the top guys from last year. He's back this season for Coach Toy. And really, it's just what will the forward do this season? How will he manage the load, being the top guy, one of the stars on this squad? Very curious to see what he comes out with in this first game for USC.
Yeah, certainly he was one of those playmaker type of forwards that you talked about. Obviously, he was tied for second in that conference in game-winning goals last year with 8. He was just one of 2 rookies in the top 10, and he was 6th in points per game at 2.14, and he was also the only rookie in the top 10 in that category. And he did a lot of this in just 14 games played, so they certainly got themselves a good one.
Should be a fun matchup tonight, Colin. I'm very excited to see who comes out strong in this first period. It's going to be a tough one to see who gets that first goal. And then from then on, it's just who can kind of pull away, who can get that momentum and keep it throughout the game. So that's what I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a war of attrition, but we see right now just over 7 minutes left until we get things going here at the Great Park. But for now, we will be right back here in just a short break. welcome back. We are just under 2 minutes before we get going here at the Great Park between the Cal State Fullerton Titans and the USC Trojans. And so, Peter, if we get into some of these keys a little bit, first thing that you had mentioned, you got to look at for Fullerton, it's sort of just staying out of the box.
One of their big struggles last year was definitely how many penalties they took. And so tonight, it's just don't let anybody get under your skin. Make sure you keep the play clean. Cycle through your players quickly, quick shifts. That helps you keep your momentum, that keeps your play up. It makes sure that you're not tired and that you're forcing trips rather than getting back on the back check. So that's the biggest key for Fullerton tonight. If you can get man advantages rather than give up the man advantage, good opportunity for them tonight to win this game.
Most definitely. And another thing too, like when you look back into the alumni game as well, it did get pretty chippy between the two. We thought there was going to be a little bit more friendliness, but that's not going to happen. Even though they're friends off the ice, once they got on the ice, we saw that they were not afraid to let it be known that they were not going to like each other for a solid 60 minutes of play.
I love the feistiness of this team. They will never take anything for granted. It doesn't matter if you know the other team. They will always fight within the boards, and they will try and just play better than you. That's really all it is. These are some prideful players on this Titan squad, and so anytime they give up a goal, you see the reactions, and they don't want to get behind. They just want to play their game tonight, keep their composure. They should be fine against USC this evening.
Yeah, speaking of USC, another thing too, though, their key on it has to be utilizing the depth. We talked about a lot of roster changes for them, but the amount of depth that this roster does have is quite impressive.
They have a lot of new names, like we had mentioned, and that's what you're expecting based on who's behind the bench now with both Levine and Salzberger. And so for this squad tonight, it's really just who can step up. We're not entirely sure. It's a brand new USC squad. A lot of their players that are on the roster tonight, we hadn't seen them from last season. So I want to see who comes out, who plays strong hockey, who's going up on the forecheck, who's coming back on the back check, who's really going to stand out for this Trojan squad.
Definitely. This is a roster that had 8 different players last year that are not listed on the roster this year, so is a very different look for head coach Jerry Toy, and then obviously their assistant coaches, one of them being Tyler Levine, who was one of those players on the team last year who was just so dominant for them. So you're just moments away, Peter.
He definitely can, Levine, rather. He can definitely help give some pointers to the rookies that are on the squad. Like you mentioned, 8 new players for the Trojans under Coach Toy, and so I'm very curious to see. This is their first game. They've been prepping all season, all off season. How are they going to come out? That's really the big storyline to start this one.
Both teams are huddled right around the crease right now, just waiting. I do hear, Peter, that we do have the playing for national anthem here tonight, so that should be very exciting.
Should be very nice. Usually we save some of those spectacles for Rink 4, but Rink 1 getting some love here tonight here at 5 Point Arena. It's going to be a great night between these two teams.
Yeah, and the fans, even here on a Thursday night, got a lot of people out here late. We're just now after 10 o'clock here, but I am seeing a lot more fans for this time of night, knowing a lot of them have work tomorrow, but then, I'm also seeing a lot of red here today. I know I might be wearing red here myself, but the fans themselves have made the trip out here.
I don't know if it's a bit of a bias between us. You're wearing the red, I'm wearing the orange. It's okay, Colin. You're just getting used to this, but it's certainly going to be an electric atmosphere tonight. You have a lot of patrons here. They're ready to watch some good hockey, and I am too.
Most definitely. I think we unplanned our color matching here tonight, so representing a little bit of both teams here tonight. Have to be even, of course, but just moments away. Hopefully we are getting word that the national anthem will be played shortly, but we are just moments away.
Colin, the one thing that I'm very curious is about these starting lineups. We were looking at it earlier today, and going in net, like we mentioned, is Connor Acevedo. He's going to be between the pipes for Coach Bamson. Last year, very good player. He was very excellent at taking away those second chance opportunities, and so I'm very curious to see how he plays a full 60 in this one. As for USC, like we mentioned, they have Heath Chansey, who last year played the full 60 on that first game that USC won, so he is the top goaltender for Coach Toy, and he had 2 goals allowed with 35 shots, so 33 saves total for Chansey. I'm very curious to see how the Titans look to attack him, whether they're going to go strong side, glove side, pad saves. I don't know what we're going to see, but it's going to be a good one out of Chansey and Acevedo.
Yeah, we'll see. Titans will have their work cut out with Chansey today. Maybe, perhaps they could look for the 5th hole option. We are just moments away. We are now getting word that the national anthem will be played here shortly, so we will be right back. Just give us a few moments. Welcome back. You are watching Titan Ice Hockey here on YouTube. I'm Colin Costigan alongside Peter Gibbs. And Peter, we mentioned it briefly, we're just moments away from getting started here, but starting lineups are looking a little bit different. We have a little bit of number changes so far here as well.
Yeah, you know, Connor Acevedo, he was rocking the 30 last week against the Alumni. Tonight he's number 29. Not too much of a big difference for him. But then you got Tyler Lambert, who last year he was number 95. He's number 11 tonight. So a big difference for the captain of this Titans squad. Besides that, one of the key players that's out tonight is Liam McKay. He was wearing number 9 last week. The number 9 tonight will be Justin Barlow. And then Daniel Rondon, he's rocking 24 for the Titans tonight.
Both benches are getting ready. And Peter, that was quite an electrifying anthem we had here tonight.
Like I mentioned before we went to the anthem break, is Rink 1 getting some love tonight. I love to see it. I'm very excited for this matchup. It's going to be a good one, and it's going to be a great draw. You got Justin Center out there for the Titans. It's very rare that you see him taking the opening draw.
We are underway here at the Great Park. Titans have it. Andales flicks it up ahead and deflected off and out of play quickly.
Good start already. One shot for Andales. He's typically a guy who's going to try and shoot the puck as many times as he can. Good blocker save that time from Chansey.
Offensive face-off here for the Titans, and it's going to be Justin Center taking it. Still fighting for the puck. Andales has it. And it's the Trojans running away with it. Andales is able to gain, and now the Trojans got it. One-on-one.
Odd man rush here, Colin.
Gets it across, and fortunately for the Titans, takes a break for them. Kai Perenol coughs it up. Now pinned up along the boards. Perenol takes it. Back to Andales, still fighting along the boards and there to scoop it up. Long shot. No good for the Titans, and the Trojans try to get it up ice.
Another odd man rush, little 3-on-2 here, look out.
Trojans got the look they wanted, but unfortunately could not grab it right there. Titans catch themselves a little bit of a break right there. There's a nasty collision right there. Ezra Gale is able to flick it out to the Titans.
Good to see Tristan Lamb, number 21. He was the guy who took that collision. He's okay now, and what I liked about that defensive play was getting back on the back check, especially coming off the bench.
Just as you mentioned, that was Tristan Lamb right there. Didn't get quite enough on it, but the Titans were still able to keep it on their side as we're now in the middle third. Patrick Sheck flings it up ahead. Trying to knock that down for the Trojans. Trojans going around side right here, right in front. Just missed right there, and now it's back into the center third right here.
The one thing that I've noticed so far, Colin, just from USC's strategy, they're playing a lot of get in front of the puck type of hockey. They're going to body you on the boards, play some physical hockey, and then on the defensive side, they're really going to try and go for those shot blocks.
Titans just playing it along the boards right now. Flings it up ahead. That will be icing on Fullerton. Well, and you talked about that defense right there, Peter, for the Trojans. Did exactly what they were planning right there. Now, going to be another face-off in the defensive zone for the Titans.
Yeah, drawing the icing was the Trojans on that one. They're going to go for a line change here. And the big thing is the Titans, they have some tired defenders unable to go off the ice due to that icing call.
Still fighting for the puck. Fullerton is able to win that. Face-off right there.
Third line out there now for the Titans.
Robert Webster is now in the game for the Titans as well. That new line change.
Finally, those tired skaters finally off the ice for the Titans. They'll bring back out the Hawks and Franco's line. Colin, so far the thing that I'm noticing is USC coming out strong. They're possessing the puck really well, kind of handling play so far this one.
Neutral faceoff goes the way of the Titans. Flings it up ahead. Great stop made right there by Keith. Trying to get it up ahead and just past the reach of the Trojans right there. They'll try to wrap it around to no avail, and the Titans are charging up ahead.
Look out on the far side, that's Barlow.
With a shot right there, just deflected off. Great save.
Tristan Lamb, I'm calling it now, Colin. He's going to be one of the superstar players on this Titan squad this year. Almost went all the way that last time. Great chance from Chansey, who made the save.
Chansey had a terrific deflection off that. Looked like what appeared to be the left pillow. Centering pass goes no way right there. The Titans are able to get it back right here. There's Catania who's trying to get it up ice. Gets it back to Andales.
Offside on that one, Colin. Just barely came out of the zone. Trying to keep it in that time. It looked like it was center, but just unable to hold the zone, and we'll get a neutralized face-off here.
So far, been the name of the game so far. Already had, I believe, 4 face-offs. We had a couple in the defensive end for the Titans right here. As this one goes the way of the Trojans. They bring it up. We'll curl it back. That's Francos right there. Trying to hold on to it.
Francos has to get that up. He had a 3-on-1 opportunity, just wasn't able to get a good possession of the puck that time.
Trojans have it, deflects. Left side, left glove side rather. That was Acevedo right there. And then here's Paranol, who assisted on one of the second goal back in their last matchup. Pinned up against the boards right there with Paranol. They're still trying to get the puck out of that corner. And it's the Trojans who finally come away with it. Up ahead, Titans have 2 back. Papa Francos delivered a hit on the side. Still staying.
Big hit by Andalis there. That was good physical play.
Still around. Near in the crease, centering pass, and save from Acevedo.
Good one-time opportunity that time. It looked like it was going to be the new guy, Bennett Rutzik, and he's impressed so far. The right winger, definitely showing out for Coach Toy's team. Had a great opportunity that time right in front of the crease, but good save by Acevedo.
And you see Coach Baps making his changes now, taking out Franco, Sandalis, and Paranol. There's just now under 15 minutes left in the first period. It's going to be Tristan Lamb, the defensive face-off for the Titans. He's back over to the corner. Flicks it up ice. Ezra Gale has a chance. 2 back. Tries to cross it up ahead. Still maintains it. Flicks it back over. Patrick Check. They're trying to wrap it around. Chips it up ahead. And Tristan Lamb with the shot and deflected and will go out of play.
That was good possession from the Titans that time. Everybody touching the puck. You've got both Gale brothers out there playing with Lamb. That's an interesting forward lines that Coach Bamps is rocking with tonight. And it looks like it's paying off so far. 3 of your better players on one line. That's going to work out. Better players in terms of offensive output, I should say.
Faceoff goes away at the Titans. And the save will be made from Chansey right there.
Colin, so far, we had noticed this last week in the alumni game. The Titans were trying to go for kind of some screened shots from out front, and they're going for it again tonight.
The head to Mallet. Ezra Gale tried to get it, but lost control of the puck. Will go the way of the Trojans. Titans have 2 back. Had a chance for an odd man rush right there, but Trojans did not capitalize.
It's a good back check by Gale. Ezra Gale getting back on that. We got a whistle here, Colin. It's going to be a penalty against USC.
It's a great job right there from the Titans. Obviously, we're able to pressure them inside as they were trying to create, it would look like a centering pass right there. That was a great job right there. That was from one of the newcomers of this team this year, Blake Malett as well. Mentioned he played at John Bosco High School at the USHS level last year. Starting as their right defender here tonight, and certainly held his position well.
So the penalties against James Baker, number 29. He's going to the box for 2 because of high sticking. Caught Lambert, it looks like, a little high on that one. So the Titans, they're going to get the first power play of the game.
Yeah, it looked like Lambert lost his stick in the process on that one as well. Chip it along the boards and we'll go all the way out. Let's see if it has enough. Patrick Check will just take it himself. Still waiting. Quick break right there for the Titans. Was not a great pass right there to Paranol, but still trying to get it across the 2 defenders. In the corner so far, still pinned along the boards. Paranol comes away with it. Shot deflected. Go the way of the Trojans. Patrick Check back. And Paranol comes away with it. And Peter, just now a minute and 6 left on the power play opportunity for the Titans, as we'll see Coach Bamps will go to his bench right here.
What's interesting on that last one, Colin, it looks like they called a whistle against the Titans. They were looking for a break. I think it was more of a hand pass, or rather Paranol was kind of holding the puck in his hand and not dropping it. So defensive zone faceoff for the Titans with a minute left on the power play.
Trojans come away with it. Slide it up ahead. And Ezra Gale will sit back behind the crease. Up ahead, still scrambling for the puck. Lamb surveying. Near a nice backhanded pass, up ahead. Back to Lambert, and not the best pass right there to it, but Ezra Gale is there to cover.
Good play by Gale, keeping it in the zone.
And not a good exchange right there for the Titans as the Trojans have it.
Some active sticks from the Trojans PK unit. They are keeping them in the passing lanes, and it's working wonders for them. No shots really for this Titan squad on the man advantage.
Just playing it along the boards right now. Now just waning seconds of the penalty play, and now it is back to even strength. Shot right there from Tristan Liam, excuse me. And another great save from Heath Chansey.
Yeah, Lamb with a good opportunity that time. It's just, for the Titans, you really needed to get more out of your man advantage. They weren't able to get any shots that time. And so if you're Coach Bamps, you're looking for more next time they have the man advantage, and you're looking for some more offensive output.
And you see center losing the offensive face-off right there. The Trojans will play it. A little bit of pinching efforts right there from the Titans, but retain possession on their side. Still trying to fight through. Not another good pass, and Paranol got tripped up by his own teammate. You see Ethan Hawks makes his way into the game. He's one of those fiery personalities, somebody who does love to pinch on this team. Takes a tumble right there.
Got to get it out of your own zone. Got to get it out if you're Franco's here.
Yeah, we'll just chip it along the boards.
The entire USC bench right now, they're on their feet. It looks like they were looking for a penalty that last play.
Yeah, it appeared that they could have potentially called something, but they decided to let them play it out. I mean, you see rotations coming in.
Complete line change and defensive change for the Titans. A full 5 on the ice.
Among them, we see Tyler Lambert back in there as well. Trojans bring it up ice. Good deflection right there.
Good play by Mallet. Active stick, what you want to see if you're Coach Bamps.
Bring it up ice. Shot right there off the rebound. Fighting for it in the crease. Another great save right there from Heath Chansey as well. So another missed opportunity for the Titans, but they will have another offensive faceoff.
You know, I loved watching Catania drive hard to the net on that play, and the rebound was there. It was a great opportunity for Webster to try and put it home. Just couldn't get enough on it with his stick, and so it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, Webster, one of those fiery personalities as well for the Titans. Still fighting for it, loses that faceoff, and the Trojans have it. Getting it up ahead. 2 back for the Titans. See, Mallet as well gets pushed, stumbles over, but officials will let it play on. Flick it alongside. Titans still struggling to find their way. So far, haven't really been able to get it up ice. You see right there, quickly on the crosser, intercepted from another shot right there off of the right pad. Just under 10 minutes now, halfway through this first period. Still nothing going for either squad. Toss it along from center ice, but missed left of the post right there. Let's see. Big hit right there, delivered. Wrap it around and flick it up along the boards. That's Patrick Check who will flick it back over.
Look out, he's
right here along.
elbow.
Potential centering pass, tried to backhand it, but deflected right there. Crossed it through the crease, but no Titan was there to grab it. Jason Sokol, the professor, took a shot right there.
Just throw one on net. That's all you can ask for, Colin. Try and get a tip out in front. Just couldn't have it.
Good looks for the Titans, but could not capitalize right there. You feel like something's got to give. Hits off of Patrick Check's right skate. Took a fortunate pounce there for the Titans. You see Tristan Liam. One-on-one, tries to flick it, but great deflection right there by the Trojans, and I believe that was Akili Tolak who really just sort of held his own stick down, looked like he was trying to stick lift him a little bit, but unable to get it off right there.
I like Tulloch's play so far in this one. You know, he started at center for Coach Choi's offense, and he's really been up and down all over the ice so far in this one.
Offensive faceoff goes to the Titans. Shot right there, deflected off of Tulloch again.
Once again, like I mentioned, Colin, active sticks, looking to block pucks heading towards the net if you're the Trojans.
Big collision right there between the two. The Trojans will bring it up ice. Poked away. And Tristan Lamb has it. Excuse me, Tristan Lamb. Try to wrap around the crease. Tries to flick it up ahead. Trojans will have it. One-on-one opportunity. Tries to cross between. Great job from Francos to get it away. And Ezra Gale.
Tight bench loving that from Francos.
You can hear their sticks all the way over here. Just over 7.5 minutes left here in the first period. Trojans have it. Webster, and goes through. Trojans are on the board.
Well, Colin, a bit of a tricky situation for the Titans. Initial save made with the high blocker from Acevedo, but he's unable to keep it in front of him or play it over the top of the net. And so that one just floating in the middle of the air in the crease area. And the Trojans are up 1-0. They are able to just bat it out of the air and into the net.
Yeah, really took advantage of that opportunity right there. Not much that Acevedo could do right there. Sort of went glove side off of the deflection and then went sort of top shelf for the goal, just bounced its way in there. The Trojans win that face-off. Flicks it up ahead. Trojans back on their side. Wraps it around the crease again. And Acevedo nearly went through the fifth hole that time, Peter, but it appears he was able to save it.
That's an excellent butterfly save from Acevedo. Almost looked like he got beat. He just reacts right in the nick of time, able to squeeze it in between the pillows instead of keeping it out in front. But you'll take it. If you're the Titans, it doesn't matter how you make the save. It just matters that you do.
Around the crease. Pinned up against the boards. Webster trying to get his stick in there. Still pinned up against the boards. Who wants it? And it's Andales who flicks it up off the glass and gets it up ice to Paranal. One-on-one opportunity. Kenny Dorr, and just deflects off of it. No one there for the rebound, and the Trojans have it.
That was an excellent chance and a good, smart play from Paranal. He tried going from the backhand onto the forehand, and then it looked like Chancey was trying to cover that forehand side on the right side of his crease. Paranal tries to go backhand instead off the left side, and a good save by the Trojan keeper.
Heads up play from Heath Chancey as well. Gets it up ahead, and Andales trying to chase it down. Tries to push away from his defender. To no avail. Now the Trojans will just flick it along the boards and get it up ice right now. See Tristan Lamb fighting through. Near high sticks right there, but able to keep it down. Trojans bring it up ahead. Deflect off of the skate, I believe, of another Trojan. Nasty collision into the pin right there.
It's going to be a whistle here, Colin. That is a tough play if you're Catania. You cannot make that right in front of a defenseless skater, right in front of your own bench. He's going to put the Trojans on the power play now with 5:30 to go in this first. And it's a boarding call too, and rightfully so. That's just not a play that you can make. You got to try and give the Trojan skater a chance to get out of the way or at least prepare himself, and Catania just pushing him down into the boards right in front of his own bench.
Yeah, and another thing for the Titans was really needing a strong start. They fell into a 4-1 deficit, obviously, before losing 6-2 in their last game, and this is not the start that you want for the Titans, and especially from someone like Catania, the oldest player on the team at 33 years old, somebody who's a veteran who's been with this team for quite some time.
Right now, I just want to see how they kind of respond. They're down 1 on the PK. How do you get momentum back in your favor if you're the Titans?
Deflected right there off of Novo's stick. Gets it back up ahead, loses control of it for just a second. That was Sebastian Demarai right there. Right now the Trojans just sort of playing it along, trying to fold it around the crease. Cross pass. Just flinging it around right now. The Trojans gets it, centering pass inside. Gal. Trojans just playing keep away from the Titans right now.
Interesting here, Colin. They've got 4 righties, rather, and 1 lefty on this power play unit for Coach Toy. So you're going to look to try and get it more so on the righties, like right there.
Shot quickly deflected off the stick side for Acevedo. Able to get it off the glass that time. Trojans take a shot just around crease off the right post. Another break for the Titans. Trojans fight through. Off the right pillow. Acevedo's taking a beating here on this power play. Just 20 seconds left. Can the Trojans get something going here? Gets it inside. 3 Titans are waiting for him. Still trying to get it around. Centering pass nearly goes through.
That was a wide open net. I don't know how he missed it on that one.
Titans will catch a much needed break right there. We'll see Catania gets back onto the ice, and another line change for the Titans.
Good work from the PK unit. A few dangerous chances, though. I'd like to see them try and clean that up. Demarai, he had an amazing opportunity for the Trojans, just couldn't capitalize and make it 2-0.
Yeah, it was a one-timer off of a beautiful centering pass and just errantly pulled it to the right a little bit, but Titans will take that much-needed break as we have just over 3 minutes now left here in the first period. Lambert was trying to bring it around. Gale pinned up along the boards. The Titans will try to play it, wraps it around the boards as the Trojans will flick it back up ahead. Mail it. Centering pass, had the idea right there from Lamb, but just couldn't get it. So there's Lamb once again, he'll try to reset. Flicks it up ice. Great cross pass. Ezra Gale has a one-on-one opportunity. Can he go around on the backhand and nearly couldn't get the shot off?
He drew a penalty, though, and that's what you want to see. Driving hard to the net. It's going to be tripping against the Trojans, and so the Titans now, they kill off the penalty. Now they get a power play. Can they take advantage with 2:14 in the first period remaining?
And so far, both of these teams, Titans weren't able to take advantage of their power play earlier on, and I think the biggest thing was just too many missed opportunities inside. They were doing a really good job on some of those centering passes, but we've seen a couple backhand attempts so far from the Titans, just has not gone their way. There's Lamb, deflected off of one of the Trojan players. Still fighting along. Quickly trying to splits both of his defenders. Lamb with the cross pass, but didn't have enough on it. Another missed opportunity for the Titans.
That was an incredible defensive play by Owen Phillips. Good stick on that one.
Potential cross pass right there. Just to wrap around the crease. Just past the left post right there. Close call for the Titans. Their enforcer, Justin Center. Trojans will flick it up ahead. Too much on that one. Patrick Check is there to reset. We have another line change. We see Paranol coming back in. the puck right there.
You got to get something going here with the second unit. Again, not a lot of shots for the Titans on the man advantage.
Just under a minute left now.
USC has really held them down.
Just 40 seconds left on the power play for the Titans. Webster, flick it up ahead. Tried a little crosser, but it was deflected by none other than Akili Tulak. We've been saying his name a bunch here tonight.
He's been very good in this first frame.
Pinned up along the boards is Paranol. Flicks it back out to Patrick Cech, who's just going to slow it back down. Only 16 seconds left on the power play. Patrick Cech tries to flick it around and nearly goes through. Potential rebound opportunity for the Titans, but there's Heath Chansey again. Another great save for the Trojans.
Chansey's been very strong in this first one. He's faced a few tough drives to the net. Lots of players like Gale and Lamb, they've been going hard, and he's been up to the task so far.
There's 20 seconds left. That'll get deflected all the way out. Acevedo will flip it up ahead. That's Tyler Lambert. Gets it up ahead to Webster. To Paranol, but loses. See another line change for the Trojans. Little wrister. Now just 1 second left, and that'll bring an end to the first period. Well, it wasn't the start the Titans were looking for, but Peter, it is just a 1-goal differential right now.
Yeah, and if you're looking at it heading to the locker room right now, if you're Coach Bamps, the 1 goal came off of just kind of a weird play. One of those strange shots that just flew up into the sky. I'd be very confident going into this one. The only thing you need to look at now is just how will the offense respond? How will they pick up the pace in that second frame? They got to get something going, get shots on net, see if something happens.
We'll see if the Titans are able to get their offensive cohesion back here. We just now start intermission in between the first and second period, and we will be right back. You are watching Titan Ice Hockey here on YouTube. Welcome back here. We are just moments away from starting second period action here at the Great Park Ice. I'm Colin Costigan, joined alongside the voice you all know and love, Peter Gibbs. And so, Peter, after that first period, really, if you're looking at the Titans, they had a lot of decent opportunities. You could look at there and see the shots on goal. And right now, it's listed in favor for the Titans 8-5, but it just felt like the shot selection, they had some good looks, just couldn't take advantage of it, especially on some of those offensive faceoffs.
What was really interesting, and I mentioned it a couple of times in that first period, was just the defensive effort from the Trojans. Getting in front of shots is huge. And in their first game, if you're doing that, you're going to go far throughout the regular season. And so for the Titans, they just have to try and get some open looks. They've had some good one-on-one opportunities, but the Trojans' defense is getting back in time, and so it's really just down to who can kind of get that first shot that gets past Chansey in net for the Trojans. And so I'm very curious, as we start the second period, to see who's going to do that.
Very interesting indeed. As we see for the face-off, it is going to be Tristan Lamb and Akili Tulloch, and then we'll go to the Trojans. They're underway here, start of the second period. Lamb quickly trying to get his way in there. Unable to do so, the Trojans will have another odd man rush. Quick shot, just like we saw in that first period. It goes just to the right of the post and off the glass. There's Tulloch, flicks it. Not too sure where he was trying to go with that, but just flicked it out of play, and we're going to have an offensive face-off for the Titans.
You know, one of the other things that I mentioned in that first period was just getting shots on net. And right there, Tulloch trying to go backhand, top shelf. Very weird shot attempt, but if it goes in, it goes in. So, I mean, might as well just keep going for it if you're the Trojans.
Tulloch somehow came away with that for a second. Trying to clear it, or the Trojans. Just playing it around the boards. Quickly denied from Malett as well. Trying to play it up ice, so the Trojans got it back. One-on-one up, and then quickly poked away right there. Great job from the Titans trying to get up ice. Like Malett, trying to fight through two defenders. Gets pinned up against the board. And there's Tristan Lamb. And poked away along the boards, and the Trojans will have it. Flicks it up ahead. Great effort from Ezra Gale, trying to knock it down with his hand, but took a stumble right there. Still fighting for it in the neutral zone. Now the Trojans have it back. Opportunity right here for the Trojans. They flick through, and a great save from Acevedo. Went full butterfly for that one, and the Titans keep it a 1-0 deficit.
It was the rookie Rudzik with the opportunity there. He keeps it in the zone off the deflection out in the neutral zone, and he's able to get a good opportunity, a good save, though, from Acevedo, who's up to the task.
See a new line coming in for the Titans, among them Justin Center. Shot right there. Potential slap shot from the Trojans. Took a deflection for the Titans, and they're just going to try to wrap it around their own crease. Trojans just staying pesky. A lot of forechecking so far from the Trojans. Playing it. Losing his stick was Zachary Quezada on that. Oh, and a nasty tumble right there. Can't quite see who that was. That was Kai Paranol who took the tumble right there. The Trojans have it. Centering pass. Deflection. It's a fortunate break right there for the Titans. Went off of the stick side of Acevedo, but the Trojans have it once again. They'll flick it up along the boards. And that was Damarai who was able to get it off of the boards right there. Tough shot from Kai Paranol, giving them a taste of their own medicine right there, but the Titans will retain possession.
The rookie Vargas, he's going to feel that tomorrow, Colin. Big hit from Paranol.
And so far, now just 17:22 left here. So far, Peter, it's been a pretty fast-paced second period, but so far, if you look at it, the Trojans have been really commanding it so far.
Not entirely sure what just happened there. The referee was over by the USC bench, and it looked like he was signaling that the same 5 skaters had to be on the ice for this face-off, but instead, they're allowing a change to happen for Coach Toy and his Trojans.
Trojans will win that face-off. Has it back near the corner. Slap shot right there from the Trojans, deflects off. Great butterfly from Acevedo, get that deflection. Now the Titans are going to try to wrap it around. Jammed in the corner right now. Back ahead to Paranol. Tries to flick it up, and that was another good deflection right there from the Trojans. New line change for the Titans. Came in just in time as the Trojans looked like they had an odd man rush opportunity. Shot will go wide. Trojans recover. Great block from Webster. Gets it up to Andales. He's got the one-on-one. Can he go back? Oh, he just misses it. Takes a nasty tumble. Removes the post out of its position. Well, Peter saw another great chance right there. We saw Paranol have a similar look in that first period. Andales was skating faster than everybody on the ice right now, but just unfortunately could not keep his balance and really just didn't have a great look once he got into the crease.
There's a good opportunity there. It looked like Aiden Foley was able to get back just enough to disrupt any momentum that Andales had. Now it's going to be a neutral zone faceoff with the net coming dislodged from its area, and so for the Titans, they've had great opportunities trying to drive hard to the net. They just haven't been able to put one past because of those back checkers from the Trojans.
It would have been potentially the first shot of this second period so far. Now shots 8-7 in favor of Fullerton, so gotten a quick couple shots off of the Trojans here in just about 3.5 minutes of play.
Very similar to the first period. The Trojans, they were able to kind of handle the offensive zone in the first few minutes and really establish the tone. If you're the Titans, you got to try and get your momentum back. You were doing really well in those last 15 minutes or so of the first period. You got to try and win it back here.
Defensive face-off goes to the Trojans' way, but Titans are able to get it back. And will sort of chip and chase action from the Titans. Still pinned along the boards, and the Trojans come away with it, trying to bring it up ice. Poked it up ahead was Webster. Now in the neutral zone, the Trojans have it.
Blew a tire there.
Trojans bring it, and a shot and a great save right there. Another butterfly save from Connor Acevedo.
Acevedo's played very well so far. It was just that one funky goal that he allowed where it just popped up in the air and was batted into the net. He's played well. Only 7 shots saved, but he's only faced 8. So Titans defense is doing him favors, and he's been up to the task when it's gotten through to him.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who is really good at eliminating second chance and rebound opportunities. And really, it was sort of a rebound opportunity for the Trojans that got him their first goal, but it wasn't anything he could do on that play. Titans come away with it wrapped around their own crease right there. Tries to wrist one. Tried to get that up ahead. That was Justin Barlow who took the skid right there in his own defensive zone. Now Lambert just take it himself. Crosser to center. Trying to get it around into the corner. Shot deflected. Titans trying to wrap it around. The Trojans will come away with it, and they'll chip it along the boards. Straight up ahead, and Lambert's back in the neutral zone. He'll reset. Tumbles. Trojans come away with it. Coming around the corner, and shot deflected, stick side.
That was all set up from Kevin Nguyen and Tyler Lambert colliding right by the red line. Good opportunity for the Trojans on that odd man rush.
See another change for the Titans. Shot there deflected. Another good save from Chansey.
It's going to be a delayed penalty here, Colin. I was watching it that whole time. Tristan Lamb getting tangled up over there with Troy Skeffington. First time we've named Skeffington tonight. Both of them, it looks like, still having words for each other, or rather Skeffington going to the bench, and instead it's Owen Phillips who's trying to discuss with the referee. But Lamb, they always get the second guy. It's just like in football, they always get the guy who retaliates. Lamb was getting tangled up with Skeffington right by the crease area in front of Chansey. And then Lamb decides, I'm just going to knock the stick out of Skeffington's hands. Referee right there, right in front, makes the easy call. 2 minutes, for Lamb, and so the Titans will be on the PK for the next 2 minutes.
See what the Titans try to do on the PK here. And the two that the Titans have had so far weren't really able to do it. And when the Trojans did last have their power play, they did a good job of sort of just clearing it out. But like when they got into the attacking third right here, they were just sort of just playing keep away from the Titans. But it was a good job from the Titans on their last PK to sort of just screen them out and just pile everybody up near the crease. So see, Titans are going to have to do the same here. Just wrap it around, flicks it off. Great glove sides deflection. No rebound opportunity. The Trojans will try again. Goes right back to that right corner. Thought he was going to have it. Slap shot goes all the way off the top of the glass.
Good clearance here from the Titans. Kill off some time. One guy you got to look for on this PK if you're the Titans is Kai Perenal. He had a goal on the PK last Saturday against the Alumni.
Trojans looked like they were going to get it round into that corner. Now back up towards the center. Great poking right there from the Titans. Trojans will try once again. Just under a minute left on the power play for the Trojans. And then that's Francos, who just came back into it. He's pinned up along the boards. Who wants it? Sort of just playing keep away right now. We've got both of his skates in the middle of it right now. Francos doing a great job just screening out both of the Trojans, but Trojans come around. Looked like they were going to wrap it around the crease. We'll reset again. Centering pass, deflected off the top. Thought it went top shelf there, Peter. The USC bench certainly thought so, but officials do not signal a goal right there.
USC bench, like you said, in arms over that play.
Shot right there, deflected. Then Acevedo, another great save right there. Great job from the Titans. Just now 16 seconds left on that power play.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity for the Trojans. Just simple as that. They had a wide open net, gets it top shelf right into the corner, and it looks like it just rang off the crossbar and post right in that upper corner on the left side of Acevedo's net. Lucky break if you're the Titans.
It's Alex Novo. It was on the defensive face-off and a shot right there, deflected. There's Lambert just checking it up. Flung that all the way around the boards, but the Trojans will come away with it. Centering pass, near centering pass, just deflected away, and hanging back right there was Lamb. Nearly got away with it. Now he's pinned up against the boards. Still fighting for it, nearly right here in front of us. Somebody's helmet came off as well.
Yeah, once you see that helmet come off, Colin, instant whistle. Gotta blow it dead for player safety, especially at this level. It's Akili Tulloch. He's the one without the bucket for the Trojans, so he'll have to head back to the bench. But with 12:11 to go, Trojans have been on top in this entire period. Shots are now 11-8, Colin. They've been on top of everything, getting just about whatever they want to go. And Acevedo, he's done a good job in this period, but can he hold up the remainder of this second frame?
And to the best of our knowledge, it's been 6-0 for shots on goal in the second period for USC. Looking for another one right here. Near centering pass, decides against it. Not gonna look on the backhand right there. That was Sebastian Demarai that had the look right there, but decided to pull it back. Crossed up with his own teammate right there with the Trojans, and the Titans will come away with it. Tristan Lamb, one-on-one shot deflected. Grabbed by the Trojans. Man, thought they were gonna have it right there. They're able to get it back. Deflects off of the skate of the Trojans, and man, Peter, that was a golden opportunity for the Titans.
I liked what Lamb was doing. I wish he would have faked a pass if he was going to shoot it. I wish he'd faked to Ezra Gale, who was with him on a 2-on-1. Just didn't see him. Good save by Chansey.
Yeah, you mentioned Lamb, one of these fiery youngster guys you think is just waiting for his moment to happen. Thought it was going to be right there. You did mention he had it with him as well, but the Titans just weren't able to do anything with it. Right there, another shot. Good look at the net, but just errant shot right there from the Trojans that just went well over and out of play.
I'm not sure if it was deflected out in front. It might have just been off the stick and popped up into netting. But nonetheless, another chance for the Trojans, another high danger chance. Titans got one that last opportunity with Lamb, but that was it for the second frame. It has been all Trojans besides that.
Face off, still fighting for it. The Trojans come away with it. Near centering pass, but gets deflected. It's just a big slap shot right there from the Trojans. Perhaps they were trying to clear it. It's now nearly back into the neutral zone before it gets deflected along the boards. Great job from the Titans to clear it up ahead, but not sure what note. There's Patrick Check. Gave it back to him, another deflection. Patrick Check trying to pin him up against the boards right there behind the crease. Trojans come away with it again. Another shot. Great deflection from Acevedo. Looked like it went off the shoulder pad right there, Peter.
Another good save. Acevedo's been up to the challenge every single time. What I'm very curious about, Colin, for better words, is what the Titans are doing in terms of their tape-to-tape passing. They're kind of just leaving it up, and the chemistry isn't there. It's game two of the regular season. The chemistry isn't there, and so they're kind of expecting their teammates to be there for a wide-open puck, and instead, it's leading to a lot of turnovers from the Trojans.
Trojans still have it in the offensive zone. Lambert will try to set once again. Just to get it up ice to Paranol. He's got Indales with him. And another great poke right there from the Trojans. Great job as they get it back. 2 back for the Titans. He'll take a shot, and it's good. What a shot for the Trojans. They go up 2-0.
Well, you figured one of those chances was finally going to go in for USC. Excellent play that time from the Trojans. It's just a snipe that gets by Acevedo. Nothing he can really do about it. Michael Polsky gets on the board, makes it 2-0 about halfway through the second period.
That was just a great shot right there. You're wondering when something was going to sort of go either team's way. Both of this period, the Trojans have gotten off a ton of shots. That was their 7th one on goal this period alone, and finally put one through. It's going to be Webster for the Titans with the faceoff. He'll win that one. See if the Titans can try to do that tape-to-tape passing that you were just talking about, Peter, that the Trojans did so well. Unfortunately, lose it right there. Good announcer's jinx for myself.
The thing I've noticed is just a lot of me, trying to do too much with the puck instead of passing it. Lamb could have passed it to Gale and maybe had a better chance going across the crease. What a hit that time.
Hey, things are getting very chippy right now. That was Jason Sokol, the professor. Won a heavy forechecker himself and got into it right there. Things still settling out.
I'm shocked here, Colin, that they're not calling a penalty against Chansey. Like we had seen earlier with Lamb, who drew that penalty for not instigating, but being the second culprit. Chansey went straight at Sokol after he ran into the crease and into the net, and yet no call against the Trojans netminder. You are typically more lenient with the goalies, but I'm still a little surprised by that no call from the referee.
It certainly appeared that way. Chansey was really just sort of, he appeared sticking up for his teammate. Felt like it was too much of a shot right there. Felt like Jason Sokol was a little too aggressive. Sticking up for his teammate, but perhaps would have been a little too much. Nonetheless, the referees let him play on. It's going to be a foul, or excuse me, a penalty.
It's going to be a hooking call against Troy Skeffington. So Skeffington, who didn't get that penalty earlier with Lamb, he's going to draw one here. And so the Titans now, a chance to get back into it. A power play again, their 3rd of the night. They need to establish something. They got to get it around. Work it around the point, down to the wings. Look for something. Get it on net. Puck's on net. That's all we're talking about, Colin. Just got to try and establish something, get something going.
Yeah, this would be the spot for the Titans to do it. Justin Center will take the offensive face-off for the Titans. Still poking alongside. Indales near the boards. Slips on that one, trying to flip it up ahead, back to center. Pokes it up ahead, takes a deflection off of the skate. Back over to Lamb. Tries a backhanded pass. flicks it back up to the point. And not a great shot right there. Only got part of the stick. Near one-on-one opportunity right there, but takes a wide shot on the there. And you mentioned USC, and the penalty. Just about a minute 20 left on that. Justin center, see if he tries to get it back up to the center, but elects to go back down into the corner.
That's a weak pass from Lamb. He didn't know where his teammate was, expecting somebody to be there, and instead it goes the other way for the Trojans.
Still fighting along for it. Losing his stick was Seth Gale. Both benches. Wraps it around.
That's a penalty against the Trojans, and that's another boarding. It's going to be against the Trojans this time with Owen Phillips, and he knew it right away. His thing was more so concern for Ezra Gale, who took a hard crash into the boards, and so it's going to be now for the Titans a 5-on-3 for about 50 seconds or so.
Yeah, just 48 seconds left on the Titans power play. This is really the golden opportunity for the Titans. You just mentioned 2 men down now for the Trojans. It's going to be 5-on-3. They're most likely just going to be putting everybody right in front of the crease right now if you're the Trojans.
So it's Tulog who's going to take the draw here in the defensive zone.
Patrick Check crosses it over to Lambert. Back out to the point. Lambert does a look. It's a shot, deflected. No good, and then cleared away by the Trojans.
It's a good opportunity, just unable to keep it in the offensive zone. They'll look to regroup here.
Just 20 seconds left on the first power play. Trojans are nearly about to get a man back. Passes it back up ahead to Webster. We'll go it over to Check, who stops it with his cleat. He'll play it along the boards. Kai Paranol will wrap it around. Gets it up ahead to Andales in the corner. We'll get it back out to the point. Back over to the wing. Back over to the top. Trojans get a man back. Deflected in front of the crease. Andales tried to get it. And cleared up ahead, just out past the reach of Lambert. And another great job from the Trojans, Peter.
Skeffington came out, and it was a bit of a 5-on-4, but still some good opportunities for the Titans. You just have to take advantage of these opportunities that you're given.
And now 5-on-4 power play advantage for the Titans. Lambert brings it through the neutral zone. Quickly trying to get around. It's Tolek, who we've been mentioning a lot all game. Pinned up along the boards right there was Lamb. Bad crosser right there. Shot right there from Ezra Gale. And just another missed opportunity for the Titans. They'll get it back out near the point. Titans look slowing down, need to pick up the pace here a little bit, just under 20 seconds now on their last power play. Shipping along the boards. Trojans are pinning them up against the boards now, and they'll clear it ahead. And that about does it right there for the power play for the Titans. Just less than 10 seconds now. Really got to look back at these opportunities. This will make a line change for the Trojans.
Again, no shots on the power play for the Titans. Can't have that.
Bad pass right there goes to the way of the Titans. Now power play is over. Nearly lost our scoreboard there for a second, but it is an even 5-on-5 now. Now just under 6 minutes left. There's going to be a defensive face-off for the Titans. And you talk about it, Peter. I mean, coming into this period, it was 8-5 in favor of the shots for the Titans. Now looking at it, 12-9 for USC. So, I mean, that's just credit to USC. Only been able to put one through, but when you have a 5-on-3 advantage, you can't even register a shot right there for the Titans. It's just not how you want the game to go for you. And they just have credit to the defense right there. Thought they were going to call something, and the officials will signal right there. Ezra Gale was getting wrapped around, hooked just about everything, Peter.
Another power play for the Titans. And at this point, you're just wanting to see something happen. And I don't know what's going to happen. If I'm Coach Bamps right now, I'm saying shots on net. Just put it on the net, see what happens. If you get it close and into that crease area, make Chansey kind of move around, anything can happen. Look for a redirect, look for a rebound. Just get it towards the net.
Yeah, Titans need to have something go their way, and I believe that was on 29, James Baker right there, who, yes, it was, and that Now 5-on-4 advantage, power play for the Titans. Trojans are now going to be on a rare PK. Andales with a one-timer. Nearly got it right there. Just unfortunate deflection right there.
Good glove save by Chansey.
Back to the point. Gets back over to Andales. Another one-timer, another deflection. Well, you know, Andales is a straight shooter, has that shooter-first mentality. Certainly saw it right there. You know, it didn't create the rebound opportunities that you wanted, but at least the Titans were able to get something.
He's a guy, like you said, looks to shoot first. He had the hat trick and the overtime winner against CSUN last November. So we've seen Andales definitely look to put it on net as much as possible, and that's what you want to see. 2 shots on the power play.
Andales between 2 Trojans right there. Lost it right there. Rare air from odd man rush for the Trojans. 2-on-1. Tried to cross it. Another missed opportunity right there.
Looking for Demarai rather. Just couldn't get it on his stick.
Demarai did have 2 goals last year in just 4 games played. Somebody who been all over the place tonight. And that was Andales, took another fall right there. The ref jumps out of the way of that one. And another chance for the Trojans. They'll get it up ahead.
And a delayed penalty against the Titans now.
Nearly goes far down from the Trojans. Looking, see the frustration from the bench right there. Thought that could have potentially gone through. Just 45 seconds left now on the power play. And we have a penalty right here as well. I believe this one.
It's that delayed call. Delayed call against Lamb. Honestly, I thought it was more so maybe Paranal on that, but they're going with Lamb as the culprit. His second penalty for holding. So 2 guys in the box for holding, and it's going to be 4-on-4 now.
Well, we haven't seen this yet so far here tonight. 4-on-4. Obviously been quite a few penalty kills that the Trojans have had to be on, and now they're going to have a chance. There's about a 1-minute and 14-second gap in between penalties right now. So the Trojans are going to have just over a minute and a little bit if the Titans are unable to do something in the remaining 45 seconds left.
Yeah, and with a 4-on-4, it's so
shot
hard.
Right there. Great butterfly deflection right there from Acevedo. Kai Paranal 2 back. Had Sokol with him, but couldn't get it to him on the cross pass. Now the Trojans, great job right there, trying to get it through, and he'll try to wrap it around the crease. Turns a sharp corner, fighting through 2 Titans. Somehow nearly gets it in the crease, hooks it back out, misses it. Tried to go with the one-timer, just couldn't get it. Well, it almost had a slap shot, almost had a one-timer, almost had everything in that possession. Either way, the Trojans will have it once again. Titans doing whatever they can to keep it back towards the point, but just can't do it right now. Great job in the corner.
Yeah, out of the box for the Trojans, and so they'll have the man advantage for another minute.
Yep. Here's someone lost their stick right there. Able to regather for the Titans. It's back over. Trojans take a shot over the top of the crossbar, and it'll get cleared.
Chance to regroup, and a chance for a little bit of a line change for the Titans. Get some fresh PK skaters on the ice.
Among them back in the game is Alex Novo. That second line winger for the Titans. Nearly got it into the crease, but could not control the puck right there. Trojans had that happen a couple times so far. Now just 15 seconds left on the power play. Trojans not looking like they're going to be able to do anything with it. Good Alex Novo, the forechecking specialist, nearly was trying to do some of that right there as well. Flicks it up ice. Now both sides are back to even strength. Great crosser right there. Nearly was deflected from the Titans, but Trojans were able to recover. He sent it along the boards. Couldn't tell if that was a shot or if he was just trying to send it across. Great shot right here, and a goal for the Titans. Alex Novo, the second line winger, gets the Titans on the board.
That's what you needed, Colin. You needed something from somebody, and it's Alex Novo who gets on the board for CSUF tonight. It was just all over the place. Chansey didn't know where the puck was. It got deflected kind of off, I think, the boards and took a weird bounce off one of the stanchions up there, and it just, great centering pass right out in front. Novo was able to put it home past Chansey, and we got ourselves a game.
We certainly do. Just under 2 minutes now. That was such an exciting goal right there. Sort of like how the USC Trojans got their first goal of the game. Sort of off of a weird deflection and just right place, right time. Alex Novo with a quick slap shot in the crease. More like a one-timer there, in my opinion there, Peter.
All I know is he scored. That's all you can ask for, Colin.
Titans have it back, centering pass. Dallas flick it in. Oh, nearly gets in. Trying to wrap it around the crease. They're swarming it right now. And the Titans just another missed opportunity. Don't know how they didn't get it right there. Near the point, the Titans have it again. Slap shot. No good from the Titans.
An incredible stick save on the cusp of letting it go in. Chansey's able to make the save and keep it a one-goal game.
Seth Gale nearly had it right there. We see a change for the Titans. Line change. You see Tristan Lamb coming back in as he's the one with the puck right there. Beautiful move. Splits both of his defenders. Takes a shot. Oh, nearly gets deflected. And the Trojans come away with it. Another missed opportunity. Flicks it back ahead. Ezra Gale is there to intercept. Tries to flick it up ice. Tristan Lamb fighting for it. Gets through his defender. Slap shot. Oh, it gets deflected. Out of play, under 30 seconds. Pinned up against the boards. Who wants it? 20 seconds left. Trojans looking to clear it up ahead. Tristan Lamb comes away with it. Centering pass deflected. Shot deflected off of the right pillow and chipped up along and played along the boards. Trojans have it, and they'll clear it away. That will most likely do it. And that will conclude things in the second period here, where the Titans looked like they were dead in the water for quite some time, but had an impressive display of effort right there. Shots are now in favor of the Titans once again, 13-12, but they do trail 2-1.
I said it earlier, Colin. Tristan Lamb, he's a stud. That guy is incredible. Is he Tristan Lamb or is he Connor McDavid? Because he's taking it all over the place. He's going up and down the rink. He almost dangled through the entire Trojan defense on that play. Should be a very exciting third period when we return from the intermission, Colin.
It most certainly will be. And you know, the Titans did a great job. You were talking about it, Peter, just needing to get something going for the Titans. They were really doing a good job. It felt like they couldn't really get it inside that much. Finally were able to get it more into that slot area. And then finally when they get their shot, they did get a little bit of a deflection, sort of like when we mentioned with USC. You can see the officials just talking between players. We know things got really chippy there, but it seems like they're being able to talk it out right now. But, you know, if you're looking at the Titans and your coach Babs, you have to be very impressed with that effort. It looked like they didn't have anything going for them for the longest time, but really were able to rally around each other. And it was the playmakers again. We talked about the depth of USC, but it's really the depth of the net. We talked about Nova, who just came in, one of the second-line wingers, somebody who did a very good job, was playing it along the boards and pinning the Trojans, trying to keep it in the offensive zone for the Titans, and then did a great job, did not miss his opportunity.
Great forechecking. That's all you want, just offensive pressure. Finally got something to Chansey, and while he was playing well, he finally had some action out in front of him. And finally, more than just one guy taking it strong to the net. So this third period, you need to see more of that from Coach Bams and this Titan offense. Should be an interesting final 20. You got to play a full 20, play the full rest of this game. That's what we saw last year. It was kind of a struggle for the Titans. But I think that's a good end to the period, and you can carry that momentum into the third frame.
Well, we will see if the Titans are able to carry that momentum. We are now in intermission between the second and third period. We will be right back. You are watching Titans Hockey on YouTube. We are back for third period action here at the Great Park Ice and 5 Point Arena. I'm Colin Costigan alongside Peter Gibbs. And Peter, we had a nice 15-minute intermission. I'm still tired just from hauling that last period. That was quite something.
Electric is the best word to describe that, Colin. Lots of back and forth. Lots of late momentum for the Titans. Got to carry it into the first 5 minutes. That's been the story of this one, Colin. First 2 periods, all Trojans the first 5 minutes. This third period, got to establish your offensive zone time. Got to keep it out of the defensive zone. Look to establish something early. Tristan Lamb's been a star. Got to carry that, play through him a little bit. He's been one of the better players, as well as Andalis had a few shots on that final power play in the second period. So very curious to see how this third frame goes.
Interested to see what Coach Baps has in store for his team. Obviously, they had a tremendous job sort of bringing the energy back. And, this is a team for USC that has incredible depth. You see Tulak once again with the Trojans. That was center for the Titans. Titans come away with it. Try to get it up ahead. Center's able to get it over there in the corner, and he'll chip it along. Can't see who fell for the Trojans over there.
Christopher Sipe went down. Ice isn't completely frozen over yet. That could be a big storyline this first few minutes.
Yeah, you can see a lot of the water sort of creeping its way up a little bit, especially in a lot of their closer to the crease. That was Lambert who chipped it up ahead. Now Seth Gale trying to split between two. And USC will retain back into the neutral zone. You see Seth Gale. Great defensive effort, but was not able to do it. And the Trojans have it once again. Tries to flick it up ahead. Now have it over in the corner. Try to shoot it, and it'll go around the boards. Over into the corner. Trojans have it. Quick shot. No rebound.
Excellent
Cleared
block.
away.
Excellent block out there from Lambert, just putting his body on the line.
Heads up play from Lambert and the Titans. Titans will try to get back in there in the neutral zone. Tulak once again was able to poke it away, able to do it on both sides of the ice tonight. Shot right there. Goes off near the stick side, Acevedo, and will roll away. Trojans have it back in the corner. Now Ezra Gale will flick it up ahead, and Perrinol almost tripped over his own skate right there. Gets it up ahead, ice. Excuse me. Shot right there. Backhander from Gale. And another save for the Trojans. It's the second time we've seen Perrinol try to go to the backhand, but just couldn't get a great look right there.
He certainly had some opportunities, and I think he'll continue to have more as the rest of this period goes. Try to look for him. It seems like he's just got that chance, and he's going to have the momentum to put one home, finally, for the Titans.
Well, the Trojans have it over in the corner. It's just Lamb who is there to poke it away, but the Trojans are able to contain again. Try to go up ahead. Titans are there to secure it. And quickly losing it again. Perrinol, Trojans near the neutral zone. They're now pinned up along the boards. Trying to poke it away. Now the Trojans with a sit back. Try to reset. Collision over. The Trojans have it.
Good poke.
Up ahead. Great poke job and a little wrister trying to get it up ahead, but goes right back to the Trojans. We're seeing more somewhat errant passing from the Titans, which was reminiscent of what we were seeing in the first period.
Got to be crisp with your passes. Look for the chemistry.
And icing the Trojans. Well, we've seen quite a few shots so far in just about under 2.5 minutes of play here in the final period. I believe the Titans are now registered 2 shots, and the Trojans registered 1 just a moment ago. So seeing some quick shots from both of these teams, and we now have an offensive face-off. Will be taken by Webster for the Titans. Trojans come away with it, tried to play it ahead, but got deflected. I believe that was Nova who was able to get it, but they'll chip it along the boards, a little chip and chase action. Tries to get it up at ice again. That was Demarai who just couldn't get a good angle on it. Titans will take it back. There's Novo slipping all over the ice for a second, was able to maintain his balance, but lost control of the puck in the process. Trojans got it ahead. Doing a great job of playing it along the boards. 2 back for the Titans. Great poke right there, and the Titans prevented another potential shot right there for the Trojans. Hit over into the corner right there. Now the Titans have it. Novo shot, and great glove save right there from Chansey. Wow, that was quick reaction right there, knew exactly where it was. Got it with the left hand, and another shot registered for the Titans, but great, even better save for the Trojans.
Shots are 15-13 in the third period. Well, rather, throughout and up to this point in the third period. Very curious to see who wins that edge in this final frame.
In fact, there was a near shot right there on a potential center pass, but it was quickly deflected by the Trojans. Trying to get it up ahead between 3 Titans. Did not go the way of the Trojans right there. Ezregal was pinned up along the boards. Here, near attempt right there from the Titans, just couldn't get the stick on it. Looked like he tried to go backhand right there. Trojans will come away with it. Try to get it up ahead. Great pass up ice. 2 back for the Titans. Hit delivered right there. That'll be knocked down by the Trojans. Looked like a potential high stick there.
A delayed penalty here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to call it, but it appears they did. I believe this one's on the Trojans here, Peter.
I agree, I think so. It's a high stick call.
Yeah, I think Lambert got hit right up underneath the arm right there, so good job from the official crews right here, able to jump on top of that.
So another power play for the Titans. I believe now it's their 5th or 6th, Colin. They've had a lot of chances with the man advantage. Still haven't capitalized, though.
I believe that was from Owen Ouchie, who tried to deliver an Ouchie to Tyler Lambert right there, but Titans will try to take advantage of the power play. They have not been able to do a great job of it so far, so this is really a golden opportunity for the Titans, and their center, the enforcer, trying to take that face off, couldn't do so. Along in the corner, trying to wrap it around to the Trojans. Near centering pass, quickly deflected. Great job from Tristan Lamb right there, but the Trojans retain it. Loses it over in the corner. Centering pass again, but quickly deflected by Lamb. Great presence right there from Tristan Lamb. And it's back around the corner again. Trojans will try to wrap it around. Hit delivered right there. That's going to be a penalty. That one should probably go on the Titans right there. I think they might get Justin Center on that one.
That was a hard hit. That center delivered right below the goal line against the rookie Bennett Rudzik. Interference penalty against center, so it was a 5-on-4. Now it's 4-on-4 for a minute 30, and then the Trojans will have the 30-second advantage the rest of the way.
Well, we've seen it all between both of these teams so far. A lot of penalties administered, so the officials have done a good job calling it both ways, but you're the Titans. That was really, they had a 30-second gap right there where they had the 5-on-4 advantage, now back to 4-on-4. Trojans have it, bring it up here to the point. Just a little wrister around the crease, unable to get anything there. They'll play it around again, chip it along the boards there. Trojans just kind of trying to space it out right now. Got it back over to the corner. Now back over to the far right corner. Great move right there from the Trojans. Gets the shot and puts it through. What a shot from the Trojans. They go now 3-1 lead.
Excellent snipe that time from Christopher Sipe. He dangled past Andalis up by the blue line. Drove hard to the net and just puts a wrister over the shelf, or shoulder rather, of Acevedo. You want to see a bit more from the Titan netminder, but once again, a very spectacular play from Sipe and the Trojans.
Great look again. I mean, we've seen that over really on both sides so far. For the Titans, it was Nova, who had that look in that same spot back in the second period. And then, as you mentioned, Christopher Sipe, who had just 1 goal in 10 games last year, already with 1 so far this season. Pinned up along the back for the Titans, and that's Paranol trying to fight between 2. Big hit delivered.
Once again, Sipe, that time on the defensive side with the big hit.
And taken away from Lamb, trying to get it up ahead. Still fighting for it along the corner. We'll circle back around, looking for help. Centering pass. Had a potential look right there to Paranol, but was unable to get it.
Paranol looks like he took a bit of a shot to his left wrist.
Centering pass, flicked it in, deflected and way out of play. Thought that one was going to hit the roof here at the Great Park.
So out of the box for the Trojans comes Ouchie. And so now they have the man advantage for another 29 seconds. If you're Titans, you got to get something here. You got to kill off the penalty first. Maybe even get a PK, a little power kill as they call it, a little goal on the disadvantage. But for now, you got to get the momentum back in your favor. And the Titans are struggling to do so the last 5-6 minutes of this game.
Trojans will win the defensive face-off. Now Seth Gale took a tumble right there. Trojans have it up into the corner. That was Rutzik right there. We've seen a lot getting himself into that corner. Flicks it back over. It was Demarai who tried to get it. Flips it way ahead and out of play. Not sure where the Titans were trying to go with that. Fortunately, no spectators were down in that area. They might have got taken a little bit of a headshot had somebody been sitting right there, Peter.
You know, it's also very worrisome with that play, as Hawks is actually getting into it right now with Rutzik. But going back to my point, this isn't a NHL regulation rink. Otherwise, that could have been a delay a game penalty against the Titans for sending it over the boards. It's getting chippy now, Colin. I mean, Hawks just had a talking to from the referee. It's anybody's game, but at this point, the Titans just trying to get back into it, trying to do something, get under the skin of the Trojans.
And Hawks right there nearly lost it, and allows Demarai to get it for the Trojans, and they'll get it back up to the point. Also losing control of it is the Trojans. Seth Gale took a shove right there, fights through it, now takes a tumble. And there's going to be a penalty right here.
It's an interference call this time. So another penalty in this one. It has not been a clean game for either side, and it's going to be Foley going to the box for the Trojans.
Yeah, Foley was one of their key difference makers for them last season, but he was another player. He was second on the team in penalty infraction minutes last year with 35, and he's going to add 2 more to that total continuing into this season. So Titans see if they can try to take advantage of the power play, but just haven't been able to do so this far. That was Gale. Now pinned up along the boards. Still trying to make their way through. See who comes away with it. Time is ticking on the power play. And the Trojans come away with it. Chipped it along the boards. And the Titans will try to reset. Here's Lambert trying to really just get something going, Peter.
Looking to calm things down. But that's not what you want to see, an errant pass that time.
Yeah. So far, the Titans just haven't been able to play team-first mentality like you were talking about earlier. Me was one of the big things you emphasized in the first period. And so far, we're seeing that, Ethan Hawks was getting into it earlier, had multiple power plays, and for the Titans have had plenty of opportunities for that as well. And you see another penalty called right here as well.
This has been a sloppy game, Colin. I don't know if I've seen as many penalties as we've seen tonight. And this time it's going to be Rutzik going to the box for 2 because of holding.
Yeah, this has turned into a gong show now here, Peter.
Gong show in terms of power plays, because it's still anybody's game here, but this is just insane, Colin. I have no words for how many penalties there have been in this one.
Well, another 5-on-3 opportunity for the Titans. Second time this has happened so far tonight. See Seth Gale gets it back out to the point. See just piling all the Trojans in front. Potential cross pass right there. Couldn't get it to Lamb. And then Lambert will now try to reset at the point. Flicks it back over. Seth Gale, crosser, centering pass, shot, and deflected and out of play. Another good opportunity right there. Tristan Lamb had a great look at that, but another missed opportunity for the Titans.
That was good play design that time, trying to get a wide open Lamb. Looks like they're trying to go to him down towards the goal line on the near side of the offensive zone. We mentioned it earlier, spark plug type player tonight. He might have another one in him.
Lamb, potential slap shot right there, but goes wide. Now Lambert back at the point. Most likely, yep, gonna flip it right back over. Seth Gale and Lambert sort of just playing keep away right now. The Trojans fighting for it along the boards and cleared away. Another fantastic job by this Trojans defense, especially down 5-3, and they're on the power kill right now, and they're doing a tremendous job so far. Now getting another player back on the ice. That's Aiden Foley, who we mentioned earlier was the first one to draw that penalty. Now 5-on-4 advantage for the Titans. Slap shot right there from Andales, goes off the back along the boards. Over in the corner now, Titans are fighting for it. Seth Gale, one-timer from Andales. Couldn't get it. Another wide shot. Back out to the point. Seth Gale, Andales looked like he tried to get another one-timer, but just lost control of it. Centering pass in the crease. Who wants it? And the Trojans flick it. Thought it nearly went out of play, kept it alive. Titans have it once again. Ezra Gale tries to slide through. Poked away from the Trojans, not sure where he's trying to go. Poked alongside the boards. Now they're pinned right in front of us. And the Trojans magically come away with it.
That's going to kill off the penalty for the Trojans. They are able to do it again, 5-on-3, and kill off 2 penalties.
Yeah. And in the slot, the Trojans had it, but lost control of the puck. And Dallas trying to get it up ahead. 2-on-2. And Dallas, another errant shot, goes off the back. Didn't have a great look at that angle, just trying to get something off. Justin Center nearly got to it. Unfortunately, couldn't get it. Now the Trojans have 3-on-1. Shot deflected. Looked like it hit the left post. Back into the corner, the Trojans have it. Poked along the boards. Somehow poked that through, and there's going to be a penalty. This one should be going on the Titans. I believe it's going to be for tripping.
An easy tripping call that time. Novo just trying to play the puck out of position. You got to be a bit smarter in that situation and make sure that you're keeping your stick on the ice and not really going for the puck that you're unable to get to in time. And so another power play for the Trojans. It's not even in terms of who has had the same amount of power plays, but it's certainly been a lot in this game.
Defensive face-off for the Titans. Trojans will win that one. Great poke, but the Trojans are still able to chip it along the boards, and it'll wrap all the way around to Rustic. Crosser, and a great save, glove save that time right there from Acevedo.
Yeah, they tried working it around that time over to the far side and looking on the glove side rather of Acevedo, and he's up to the task, just getting himself in the right position that time.
Be another defensive face-off. This time, Catania will take it from the Titans. Loses it, nearly comes away with it. Had a chance right there on the deflection, right in front of the crease, but Rudsick wasn't able to get the shot off. And here's Rudsick again. So waiting, gets it back out to the point, fires it in. Potential, couldn't tell if that was a centering pass or if it was more of a shot, but either way, the Trojans retain it. Damarai ran into a wall right there. And a shot right there from the Trojans.
No, that one squeaked by, Colin. That's a goal for the Trojans. They're up 4-1.
Just able to squeak it by. Another great look from the Trojans. Thought for a second there, Peter had the great vision on that one that my eyes were failing me on, but another great look from the Trojans now, really making this sort of out of reach, it feels, for the Titans, just with how limited their offense has been.
Yeah, just snuck it right through. Got either over the little pad of Acevedo or through the 5-hole. It might be a bit too much to overcome if you're the Titans, but you have to try and start somehow. It's up. It's 4-1. You got to get something going.
Yep, the Trojans have it. Another shot right there, followed by a big hit into the wall right there.
I think he just lost a blade on that one.
I think that was Ash Dye right there.
One of the new guys for this Trojan squad. Looks like he's back up and ready to go. But that was a loud thud from where we are here at ringside.
Been a lot of collisions in the corner tonight, as expected. But that one was certainly one of the louder ones of the night.
Colin, the scary thing is these two squads face each other again less than 24 hours from now.
Backhand pass. Shot right there from Webster, but it was deflected. Lambert will reset, sends it back over into their own defensive zone, and Czech will just try to survey, tries to feed it to Novo. Little wrister, but went right to Chansey right there, and then it's going to stop another offensive attack from the Titans.
Colin, what has been the story of this game? Penalties as we get another one against the Trojans. I can't believe how many have been in this one. So 2 minutes for kneeing, a very rare call that you never see. It's Troy Skeffington going to the box again. Another power play for the Titans. We'll see what they can do on this one.
Another opportunity for the Titans, but like we've been mentioning, sort of like a broken record, just haven't been able to register anything really, and like they've been able to do a better job at getting shots, but in those first period and then even in the part of the second period weren't able to do anything. Really only took advantage and started to show some energy late in the second period, but have lost it so far in the third period. And Justin Center will take it again. The offensive face-off for the Titans. Backhand pass from Seth Gale, gets it back over to Center in the corner. We'll wrap it around, cross pass, and Dallas fell over. Couldn't handle the pass, and Titans sort of cleared it out themselves. Trojans caught a little bit of a break there. Now they're just going to look to reset again. You can sort of sense the energy from the Titans is down a lot right now, and that's something you want to see with just under 7 minutes left. The pass from Gale, as Seth Gale was ready for that one. Seth Gale crosses it over to his brother Ezra. And there's another penalty here. I didn't see who they're calling it on, but Chansey ended up on the seat of his pants right there in the net. Not too sure what they're going to call here, Peter.
I don't think it's a penalty. I think Chansey's own defender pushed him down. And so you won't get a call on this one, just an offensive zone face-off instead, but an immediate whistle once the goalie kind of gets interfered with or ran into. So we'll do it again.
Yep, you were right indeed, Peter. Thought it might have been Fullerton that knocked him over, but it was indeed one of his fellow Trojans. And the Titans lose it up again. Tulak, one-on-one opportunity, flicks it through top left corner. And the Trojans extend the lead 4.
Achille Tulak that time. Just that's what you want to see if you're any type of forward. One on the goalie. No defender in front of you. Nothing Acevedo can do. He just goes right past his low blocker. Easy save, or not easy save, but easy shot. Puts it to make it 5-1.
Yeah, it was a great look right there from Achille Tulak, who we mentioned throughout this game. We kind of were wondering when things were going to really get his chance right there, and he's been doing a fantastic job really clearing it on the defensive end, but also being there inside the crease when needed, and was right there when he needed to be. and extended it to a 5-1 lead for the Trojans. And the Titans, you're just looking to salvage whatever you can here in the final 6 minutes, but I believe that might
just an offsides here
penalty
call.
right there. Yep.
Going back to Tulak, that's actually his first goal of not just this game, but it appears to be his entire career. Last year, in only 12 games, he had no goals, 2 assists, 2 points, and 17 penalty minutes. So congrats to Tulak, his first of the year, his first of his career with the Trojans. I'm sure, based on this one, that there will be many more to come.
The way he's performed tonight, most certainly believe that to be the case. And Trojans really just sort of playing keep away at this point. Just trying to clear it around the boards, clear it up ahead, but Webster is trying to poke it up ahead to Novo. Just flicks it up ahead, wrist one right there from the Trojans, and that's going to go all the way around. Acevedo will leave it to Patrick Check.
15 seconds left on the power play, Colin. You got to get something here.
Yeah, Titans need something desperately here. As Novo was unable to do anything right there. To back out to Check, and another great job just clearing it out by the Trojans. And like as you mentioned, now the penalty, the power play was over. And you look ahead, talked about it, Peter, both of these teams play tomorrow, and you see potential opportunity right here from the enforcer. Justin Center tries to wrap it around. Deflected once again, great job from the Trojans. That was Lambert. And cleared up ahead again. Trojans are chasing it down. Great move right there from the Trojans. Has a chance, get it into the crease. Missed the shot right there, tried to go backhand. Deflected. Now we have a skirmish right in the middle. Officials quickly getting into it. Justin Center. Now we got punches thrown here, Peter.
This is not good. Definitely going to be some suspensions. It's Novo going down, and it looks like Foley as well.
Yeah, things have completely unraveled here. Alex Novo and Aiden Foley, were getting into it. You know, this is not like the NHL, Peter. You know, you talk about, they do not encourage that type of fighting here in the ACHA, so interested to see what's going to happen after today. You could see the referee down there writing in his notes, trying to keep track of what was going on, and this is just not what you want to see for the Titans.
Still going at it right now. Skeffington now. And the referee yelling, sit down. He has had enough of this one. It has been chippy between these two squads. My goodness, they play again tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now.
Yeah, and that was, could hear that one all the way the other side of the Great Park right there on that door slam from the referee. Could certainly sense his frustration. This is just an ugly scene right now.
I'm expecting a few game misconducts here. If I'm being honest with you, Colin, should see some suspensions. And really, one of the points that I hadn't gotten the chance to make was just kind of the intensity between these two squads. If you look at the benches, Titans have been sitting down, which, you know, is expected. It's how hockey goes. You'll sit on the bench. But the Trojans, this entire game, I have not seen a single player sit down. They have all been standing this entire game. We are now, 55 minutes through this match? Just the energy level has been completely different. And while the Titans put up some good fights, especially late in that second period, it's been all Trojans here in this final frame.
Yeah, if you're the Titans, you were optimistic going into this period, but I kind of wanted to bring in something while the officials are sorting everything out here. And you see Tyler Lambert down here, one of the captains on this team, really good two-way defenseman as well. But he was talking about sort of the optimistic that he was approach that he wanted, and really wanted to aim or sort of shift the team's focus. He said in the quote, he said, "We need to work together if we really need to achieve our goals here. We can't just play selfish hockey." And then he also followed up that same interview where he said, "I just want to make sure everyone has a good time." And, you know, I wanted to bring that in a little bit earlier into this broadcast, but I feel like it's just that important now because this sort of turned into a little bit of selfishness. I mean, obviously, composure is a key in any match, but Titans were just unable to keep it that time. And you could just sense it in Lambert's expression right there. You could see his body language. He's not happy. He's just trying to work it out with everybody, make sure cooler heads prevail. But not going against the keys that he was looking to see from his team after what last year was not a good year for him when they went 5-17. So not a good start to him this year, but we'll see what the officials are still discussing here.
Good points you bring up, Colin, especially with the teamwork aspect of it. To play devil's advocate for just a little bit, you want to see your teammates fight for each other, and whether that involves punches being thrown, it's not my place to say, but it is something that will win over the locker room. I can tell you that. And so the bench will love what Novo did. It is wrong. I will not condone fighting, especially in the ACHA. Nobody will condone that. But if you're trying to win over parts of the locker room, it's certainly something that you want to see from your bench, that they'll have your teammates fight for you, especially so early on when the chemistry didn't seem to be there in this second matchup of the early regular season.
Yeah, Novo obviously for this team and obviously for this game as well is the only reason the Titans are on the board. And he's such a crucial two-way player for them. Talked about how he sort of plays that second line winger, but he can really do it all for the Titans. And you like to see him. You did bring up a good point in that you see more people coming back. Hopefully are able to resume play here soon, but you just sort of get the feeling you like to see that from your teammates, being able to step up and take the initiative as well. But you also want to be able to make sure that your team is surrounded each other and not like one person going out of their way to be a little bit more selfish. And, you know, they were doing a much better job towards the end of that second period, really playing together, but it just things sort of unraveled a little bit in the third period so far. And, you know, this is a USC Trojans team that we talked about that has a lot of depth. So officially, Colin, as we expected, game misconducts and ejections. Alex Novo is out of this game. On top of that, Aiden Foley heading to the locker room. Novo very much upset heading back into the locker room, slamming the ringside gate open. And it looks like they're going to have a couple players serve these penalties. Tristan Lamb went into the box as well for the Titans. And so I'm not entirely sure how long these power plays are going to be or penalties, but it looks like it's going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes to start off. I think it's Ash Dye as well who's in there for the Trojans. And earlier I did notice while the officials were still talking, it looked like it was Aiden Foley who came back out. You see players obviously frustrated. And the door not shut all the way, but Trojan came back out to slam it shut. So another ejection that we just noticed is Justin Center. He's out of this game. He got tossed for his instigation. So 2 Titans down with 4.5 to go. And it looks like we're finally figured out, squared away here, Colin. Yep, back to play has resumed, of course. Just need to finish out these last 4.5 minutes. Hopefully both sides have cooled down a little bit, but you can sense there's still aggression right there. And Dales fell, but I believe they're going to call tripping right there. It looks actually more like a slash. Slashing, yep, good call. Thought initially he got him on the lower part of the body, but that's not what the officials signaled. Yep, was slashing, good job. Well, Colin, to add to all these festivities tonight, I have no words. I do not know what to say to this. So many penalties. I feel like every player has gotten a penalty, or at least we've had some multiple time offenses from the same players. But another chance, once again, for the Titans. We'll see what they can do here. Yeah, Titans need to salvage something, even if it's just one more goal, just something. They need to see one go through. Great glove save right there from Chansey again. So I've been doing that all night. His reaction time is just flawless, and every time he's just right there. Glove side, stick side, hasn't really got anything. The one that did get past him was really off of a deflection, so tremendous effort from him tonight for the netminder. Four minutes to go, Colin. It's like you said, you got to get something to go through. You just need to see it going into tomorrow night's game. It's kind of one of those play for pride situations right now. And Dallas, the slap shot deflected. No rebound opportunity for the Titans. Trojans have it. Titans have the advantage, the 4-on-3. Doesn't stop Rutzik from getting all the way through. Couldn't get the shot off. He's into the corner. Great poke right there from Patrick Check. Bench was a little upset on that one for the Trojans, but officials will play on. Seth Gale, good poke right there from the Trojans. And they will take back over. We've seen that time and time again today from the Trojans, just able to get a poke on the offensive attack. As Rudzik looked like he had a chance right there, then 3 Titans came back to help him. And Ezra Gale got it lost between his skates right there. Gets it up ahead. Patrick checks, nice spin move somehow. Unfortunately couldn't get a great shot off there. And the Titans are falling all over the place. Right into the corner, a shot right there. Misses wide from the Titans. And another shot for the Titans. Easy save for Chansey.
There's a lot of animosity. I think that's the word I want to use here, partner. I'm very curious to see how tomorrow night's game goes. At the Trojans' barn. They'll be at home. The Titans have to come out and lay a punch early on. And I don't mean like a physical punch. They just have to attack early on and get that first goal.
That was great clarification, Peter, after these last couple of minutes. And you see Gale falls down on that one. Still over there in the corner, fighting for it. Lambert appeared to get it for a second. Ezra Gale in the back there, lost his stick. Great slide effort right there from Francos, just to send it into the corner.
Back to even strength here for the final 2:15.
And you saw it, one of the last shots that they had over in the corner actually came from Rondon, who we haven't said his name much today. It appeared sort of that second or third pairing. Kind of getting some garbage time minutes for the Titans. Tries to wrap it around, center pass, and puts it through. What a shot from Justin Barlow. 2 straight games now to start this season with a goal.
Excellent play, good drop pass that time. Barlow's right there, right place, right time, and he's able to at least salvage some final minutes and draw it ever so closer.
Yeah, one of that middle 6 forward for the Titans, who did just celebrate a birthday earlier this month, turned 21 back on September 1st, so happy belated to him, and good for him to get the Titans a little bit more on the board. We were talking about how they just need to salvage something, even though it appears in this game the Titans aren't really going to have much of a chance to do anything. At least we're able to get one to go through. Titans were able to win that face-off, have it back in their own zone. Barlow gets it up ahead. Flying through the Trojans' defense, tried to wrap around and then fortunately left it behind the net. Try to get it up around the boards. Titans will play it.
Final 90 seconds here, partner.
Trying to see what the Titans can do. Great job right there from the Trojans to poke it up ahead off of their own skate. Paranol will bring it up for the Titans. You'll see the relentless speed he has, trying to get through 3 Trojans. Decides against it, does lose control of it for a brief second. And poked away again. Great job from the Trojans. Now just 60 seconds left. Titans are still back in their own zone. Deflected pass right there. Looked like it was an attempted wrister. Went nowhere. And now there's playing along the boards. Ezra Gale. Try to fly through the middle. Doesn't have much help. We'll try to get it up ahead. Instead circles back over to Seth Gale. Gale to Gale. Flip. Oh, just a missed opportunity right there. Backhander from the Titans. Now just 30 seconds left. Trojans are able to clear it. That's Ethan Hawks right back for the Titans. That was Sokol right there, getting it up to Lambert. Poked away again by the Trojans. Now just 15 seconds left. See if the Titans are even going to try to attempt anything. Just 10 seconds left. Trojan took a nasty slip right there. It appears to get up all right. Just waning seconds of this match. And final buzzer. That will bring conclusion to what was not an ideal game for the Titans. But if you're the Trojans, something you can build upon and take with you tomorrow night.
Very difficult one to kind of break down, partner, because of how many penalties there were. And that's the big storyline. We had discussed it earlier and right at the beginning of the show that you have to stay out of the box if you're the Titans. And they did a decent job in that first period. Only 2 power plays for them and only gave up 1 to the Trojans. But then it just collapsed. Just plain and simple. It was a rough second period. And then the third period was really where you just kind of saw them lose their cool. The composure wasn't there in that third frame. And so tomorrow, we'll see who's in net for both these squads. It should be Cap Reyes for the Titans. I wouldn't expect Chansey to be in net for the Trojans. They had about 3 other goaltenders last season. But at the same time, it's going to be an interesting matchup between these two squads who have a lot of bad blood, I would say, especially after tonight.
Yeah, this was a war of attrition between both of these teams, and it appears cooler heads prevailed. Obviously there were multiple ejections, a couple for the Titans, and then also another one for the Trojans as well, but they appear to be all right and able to shake hands after the game. You see right here both coaches meeting with the officials, sort of understanding a little bit of how chippy it was able to get, but we talked about it. This is a league that doesn't necessarily try to promote, obviously, fighting, of course. We don't try to do that at the ACHA. You like to see the energy from the Titans, but you certainly don't want to see it in that way as well. You saw players standing up for each other. You saw Chansey earlier sort of shoving Titans into the wall earlier, so it was chippy on both sides, but for the most part, there's a lot to regroup, and you see a couple of the players. You see Ezra kind of talking right there along with the youngster Tristan Lamb, so there's a lot to learn for the Titans, and we'll see what they're able to do tomorrow, Peter.
Final thoughts for you, Colin. I think there were some great opportunities for the Titans. They just didn't get going fast enough, and then because they were struggling offensively, they let their cool slip away, and that's really what did it for them. If they have even half of those penalties go against them, they're in this one. And then the big thing, too, is they really have to capitalize. I don't know if they had a single goal on the man advantage. I don't think we counted that at all. So, yeah, special teams and stay out of the box. That's the key for tomorrow. That's all I got to tell you.
Yeah, and you mentioned those shots. It did go in favor for shots on goal, 21-17 for the Titans, but it was really the Trojans that were able to get better looks in the end, creating a lot of good opportunities. And, both of these teams each had one goal that sort of was just off of a deflection, sort of off of a rebound. It was a weird break for each one of them, but the Trojans in the end did what they needed to do. They were able to get it. Once they got it in the crease, were able to put it through. They were able to do it in multiple angles, sort of going in the top or the right, and it's just the Titans just didn't have anything to match.
Once again, Colin, I think I'm just going to keep reiterating it. Less penalties tomorrow and attack on the power play. But I'm very excited to see this team. They have some offensive firepower and a lot of potential. I think the big thing is just when they get back to home ice, how do they capitalize on that home barn and that home atmosphere? USC travels well. They always do. And so you had pretty much a split squad tonight, or split crowd, I should say. Very curious to see how tomorrow goes, and then when they're back here against UCSD in a couple weeks.
Yep, the Titans, sort of if you look at it last year, they did get embarrassed in the previous night back on the 13th of last year. They lost 2-12, but responded the next night, won 9-5 on September 14th. So see, maybe kind of repeats the same story this year for the Titans. Maybe they'll be able to get back on track tomorrow. I know Coach Bapp's got a lot of work cut out. He's definitely got a lot to talk about to his players, but if you're the Titans, you're still optimistic for the most part. We'll see if the Titans are able to regather tomorrow. And they play at USC at the Anaheim ice, but after that, they're going to have a big break where they will take on UC San Diego here at 9 p.m. at the Great Park Ice. But that'll about do it for us here tonight. I'm Colin Costigan, joined alongside the amazing Peter Gibbs, the voice you all know and love. The final score tonight was the USC Trojans 5, Cal State Fullerton 2. This has been a pleasure, and you are watching Fullerton Ice Hockey on YouTube.